Now, the California drought, a perfect example of why conservation is key.
Yeah, absolutely. And the group Conservation International says if nature could speak to us, the message would be loud and clear. But nature doesn't have a clear voice, so we might need something that sounds like this.
I've been here for over 4.5 billion years. 22,500 times longer than you. I don't really need people, but people need me.
That is Julie Roberts, the voice of Mother Nature.
Yep.
Genius, right? Harrison Ford, Kevin Spacey, Edward Norton also behind the Nature is Speaking film campaign.
So we thought we'd want to talk a little bit more about it, and we're joined this morning by Dr. Sanjayan, a conservation scientist and the Executive Vice President of Conservation International. First of all, welcome in. It's nice to see you again, and welcome to the Weather Channel. So let's talk about this, because whenever anyone puts celebrity involved in this, it kind of does bring a certain amount of attention to the conversation. So let's talk about what it is. What's the goal of the project?
The goal of the project is to get people to understand that they need nature. You know, we think of nature as fragile and something that you should protect somewhere far away, and that's true, but nature is also so relevant to our lives. If you go on the street today and ask people, where does your water come from, where does your food come from, where does this cotton shirt come from, you'll get all sorts of answers, and the real answer is nature. Same as weather. Where does it come from? Nature. We want people to make that leap, make that realization, because when you realize that saving nature becomes about saving ourselves.
And I love the idea that in order to change that discussion, you have to change the voice that you're having that discussion in. So why is it important to have people like Julie Roberts be the voice of Mother Nature?
You want it to be someone familiar. And you're like, I know that voice. And you know, it's like my uncle or my aunt or my friend or, you know, or my kid. You want that voice to be familiar. But we don't want their faces, because it's not Julia Roberts standing there preaching to you. It's actually the voice of nature. She is playing the character Mother Nature. Harrison Ford is an angry ocean. Kevin Spacey is a bit of a, no one does sarcasm the way Kevin Spacey does sarcasm. It's like sort of a Francis Underwoodian rainforest. So when he talks to you and that sarcasm comes through saying, you know, guess where your air comes from, you know, I'm the rainforest, it kind of gets to you.
All right, this really did work for me, and I got to tell you, when I first heard about the project, I thought, oh, well, now, are we using celebrity to get attention here? But you're right. To me, it's a familiar voice that I listen to the message, because we can sit here and talk about it all day long, but do people accept that information? So what do you think will be the turning point that you know that this project has been a success?
Well, from our perspective, you know, we want people to stop, watch, and share this. We have probably around 750,000 video views already, and we want to, you know, blow the doors out of that.
So social media is going to be
absolutely, because look, we're a conservation organization. These celebrities gave us their time and effort to do this. We can't pay for ad space, so we need our friends to get the word out. And the great thing is, every time you use Nature Speaking as a hashtag, every time you tweet it, every time you put it on Facebook, we get $1 for conservation from HP. So it's a nice, nice win-win for everyone.
All right, wait a minute. Let's just say that again. So what's the hashtag one more time? Nature Speaking?
Nature Speaking.
Okay.
You use that as a hashtag, you tweet it, you retweet it. It doesn't really matter. So long as you use it, we get $1.
All right, I love this, because what you do great work. And I love how these organizations don't think we're going to do it like 50 million times, but let's retweet this 50 million times and get HB on the paycheck there. Right, exactly. But all right, so what's the next goal? You've got a list of celebrities right now. What's the next goal?
The next goal is to activate the folks who have listened to us, who have come to our site, who've heard about it. If you look at this campaign, it's got very little ad in it, you know? It really is about lifting all boats. It's getting that realization out there that we need nature. We want to hook those folks. And then we want to get them to be active in social life. Make the small changes in your life, make the big changes in your life that can really help nature thrive. And that means we thrive as well.
All right, thank you so much for spending time with us, Doctor. I appreciate your time. It's always nice to see you.